couple minutes right here on The Tony Jones Show. Afterlife, the name of that one. It's some senior discount right here on the Tony Jones Show. They were in studio with me 1 week ago, and before that, you heard the band who will be in studio with me 1 week from tonight. Shore City is who you heard from, the ghost of John Crosland. Incidentally, Shore City playing the big Kahuna Festival at FET in just a few weeks' time. Shadows Fall, the big headliner. Shore City will be there, one of those all day, all night. People will be playing in the parking lot. People will probably be playing in the bathroom. It's one of those all day, all nights. They're going to have the parking lot stage, the lounge stage, and the ballroom stage all going on August 22nd at FET Music. And next Saturday, we'll be at FET Music for the big free local music party scene. I believe our own DJ Psycho Eddie spinning the tunes for you that night from My Night Out Radio, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be free, and it's just, we talk about it all the time, but it's just, there is so much cool stuff going on right now in Rhode Island over the next month and a half. It's mind-numbingly awesome, and it's a pleasure to be a part of it. You are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show online at TonyJones.org, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, on Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. I have to mention, if you'd like to be on the show, go ahead and go to TonyJones.org, click on the contact page, and incidentally, in true Rhode Island form, my in-studio guest, Rachel McIntosh, and I, we share, well, if you want to stalk us, we share the same post office box location. And it's not the U.S. Postal Service. We went private sector for our P.O. boxes. But people out there who send me in physical CDs, again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and again, I'm not...
you protest too much.
Any kind of a nut, but I don't want you all knowing where I live. So we have the P.O. boxes going. So we went through Security Through Absurdity. We talked about the first book, Little Yellow Stickies. We talked about Bubbles Will Pop. Talk about the newest edition, the Big Show.
Yeah, the newest edition. That's going to be hitting the streets September 1st. That's the hard launch date for that. 2 weeks before that, that's when I'll probably be doing a lot of publicity stuff. But the main gist of that is the Republican National Convention of 2012. It also slips into dark money and shadow banking, and touches upon the ideas of anarchy.
Well, when you say dark money and shadow banking now, were we just talking about the underground economy here? Or?
Yeah, and it's also talking about what the U.S. dollar actually is. And, of course, people that are fairly knowledgeable know that it's not a dollar, really. It's a Federal Reserve note. But beyond that, the dollar itself is based on about a quarter of the money that's circulating right now in the United States is basically ghost money. It's dark money. And it's
definition?
It's propagated through businesses that are in conjunction to our CIA and other agencies that have to remain off the beaten path with their funding. And they go out and they get money by doing business with U.S. enemies in things like the slave trade, drugs,
uranium.
Anything like that they can make money.
But we knew that, didn't we?
Well, the thing is that money is grown. It's actually was implemented. This whole idea was implemented with the idea of the American dream, which which everybody should buy a house, right? So the cabinet position of HUD was made. That HUD money is protected. Well, this money that moves through that cabinet position, I talk about in the book, is protected by a $150 billion contract with Lockheed Martin. And so I'm thinking, why would Lockheed Martin be involved with that?
In other words, it's almost collateral.
Yeah. This, it's hard to explain. I should draw a map or something, but
we are strictly audio here. Sorry.
Yes, I know. So in your mind, picture a circle, make a pie graph. Right now, a quarter of that is this money that's coming from somewhere nefarious, and it's bolstering up our economy. Every year, that chunk gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Pretty soon, it will be half of which within the next couple of years, it will be half of what makes up the U.S. dollar. And therefore, when people go to buy their Prius or their whatever they want to, they're actually moving around money from things that they would never support in the first place.
All right, so basically what you're telling me is that we used to, it used to just be a political idea that every American should own a house. Now, what we're headed towards is every American should own a house with slaves. And this isn't a bad idea because, like, right now I want a beer, and I'm going to have to walk over to that refrigerator myself to get one. If I had somebody to bring it to me,
What about a beer drone?
I was just going to say, we got robots for that.
Yeah, but now you're going to put the slaves out of business.
Yeah, you're behind the times, man. No, there's always sex slaves.
Okay, because these drones, now we've raised another problem. Putting slaves out of business. I mean,
plus if you piss off the drone, it chucks the beer at your head. But some of the dark money issues are going to be coming up as we enter the silly season here. Some of the dark money issues are going to be coming up with the Clinton Foundation and with Hillary Clinton's run. And, it's going to be interesting to see. Again, it's my third time saying the term conspiracy theory, but we're going to, we'll see if that turns into a we need a swear jar.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, it's not a conspiracy. I mean,
it's really how things
go.
Well,
and it's in other words, it's in Tony. I'm telling, it's right there in front of your face.
Right, and I have been personally offered PR jobs where the job would have been to discredit actual fact, and then that's when it turns into the wormhole, and that's when it turns into conspiracy theory. And I think we're going to see that heavily in the upcoming election.
Right, and that's why like right now, like I poke gentle fun at this. Okay, in other words, and like I say, I'm not disrespecting anybody here at the table, but we know this. I mean, in other words, like dark money, it's a new term for what's always been going on.
Right, except it really is holding up the whole U.S. economy now.